Imagine having the power to extract meaningful patterns from a sea of qualitative data. That's the magic of thematic analysis. It's a method used by researchers across various fields, be it social sciences, humanities, or business. It helps us identify, analyze, and report patterns or themes within data. Think of thematic analysis as a bridge. On one side, you have a vast ocean of raw, unstructured data. On the other side, you have clear, understandable insights. Thematic analysis is that bridge, which helps you cross over from raw data to valuable insights. It's a flexible and useful research tool that can offer you a rich, detailed, and complex account of data. And the beauty of thematic analysis is that it's not just for academics or researchers. Anyone keen to uncover hidden patterns and meanings in a dataset can use it. Understanding thematic analysis is like learning a new language, the language of data. Before you can interpret data, you must first get to know it. It's like meeting a new person. When we talk about familiarizing ourselves with data, we mean diving deep into the information we have. This process often begins with transcribing audio data. Imagine you've conducted several interviews or focus groups. Each conversation is a goldmine of insights, but to tap into that potential, you need to transcribe them into written form. Once you have your transcripts, the real fun begins. It's time to actively search for meanings and patterns within the text. Think of it like a treasure hunt. You're going through each line, each word, to find those glittering pieces of information that will help you understand the bigger picture. This isn't a one-time process. It's continuous, iterative, and absolutely crucial. So, immerse yourself in the data, get to know it, and let it speak to you. Familiarizing with your data is the first step towards uncovering hidden patterns. Coding is the process of marking pieces of your data that stand out to you. It's like highlighting the key points in a textbook, but here, you're highlighting the interesting, puzzling, or revealing parts of your data. Now let's dive into how you can form initial codes. Think of initial codes as labels for your data that capture the essence of what's being said or observed. It's like assigning hashtags to social media posts to make them easily searchable. You're doing the same thing here, creating searchable tags for your data. So how do you do this? You start by reading your data, be it interview transcripts, field notes, or diary entries. As you read, you'll notice certain themes or patterns emerging. When you spot these, you create a code. It could be a single word or a short phrase that encapsulates the essence of what you've observed. Remember, at this stage, your goal is to stay open, curious, and exploratory. You're not trying to force your data into preconceived categories. Instead, you're allowing the data to speak to you, to tell its own story. That's the beauty of qualitative research. Initial coding is your first step towards organizing the chaos. Now that you have your initial codes, it's time to decide what to code. This is a crucial step in thematic analysis, where you reread your data, this time with a more focused lens. It's like going on a treasure hunt, but you're looking for gold nuggets of information that align with your initial codes. You sift through your transcripts, searching for excerpts that resonate with the codes you've created. This process is iterative, and it's okay to go back and forth as you refine your understanding of the data. Think of this stage as a detective piecing together clues. Some evidence may seem irrelevant at first, but as you delve deeper into the data, you might find they are crucial to your analysis. So, stay open-minded and be patient. Deciding what to code is like deciding which pieces of a puzzle are important. The more accurately you can identify these pieces, the clearer your final picture will be. With your codes in hand, it's time to group them with your data. Now, this is where things really start to come together. Picture yourself as an archaeologist, carefully piecing together fragments of ancient pottery. Each piece, or in our case, each code, represents a significant meaning or pattern you've observed in your data. But, just as a single pottery shard doesn't tell the full story of an ancient civilization, a solitary code isn't enough to provide a comprehensive understanding of your data. By collating or grouping your codes with the data excerpts they represent, you're beginning to construct a more complete picture. This step is essential in thematic analysis, as it helps you to identify potential themes. Your data excerpts serve as the solid evidence backing up your codes, and as you group them together, you'll start to see patterns and connections emerging. Collating codes with supporting data is like fitting pieces of a puzzle together. It's a step closer to revealing the bigger picture hidden within your data. Now we move on to the exciting part, developing themes from our codes. This is where we start to see the bigger picture, where the scattered dots begin to connect. Think of your codes as puzzle pieces. Each piece holds a part of the story, but it's when you fit them together that you begin to see the full image. Grouping codes involves identifying shared patterns among them, similar ideas or concepts that keep appearing. These shared patterns, these recurring elements, these are your themes. Themes are complex and meaningful. They provide a deeper understanding of your data. They are the threads that weave the story together, making sense of the individual codes. Remember, this process is not about fitting your codes into predetermined categories. It's about allowing the data to reveal its own story, its own themes. Grouping codes into themes is like seeing the bigger picture emerge from the puzzle pieces. Like any creative process, thematic analysis involves a lot of revising. This isn't a straight path, but a winding journey that circles back on itself. It's a dance of discovery and understanding. Now, once you've grouped your codes into potential themes, it's time to evaluate and revise them. This step is iterative, meaning you'll likely go through it several times. But don't worry, this is perfectly normal and an essential part of the process. You'll want to review each theme, ensuring it's clear, distinct, and truly captures the essence of your data. If two themes seem too similar, consider merging them. If a theme is too broad, try breaking it down into sub-themes. Remember, the goal is to make your themes as clear and meaningful as possible. So don't be afraid to refine and revise until they shine. Evaluating and revising themes is like polishing a diamond until it shines. Finally, it's time to weave our data into a compelling narrative. This is where we breathe life into our themes, connecting the dots and painting the larger picture. Crafting a narrative isn't just about presenting your findings. It's about storytelling, about taking your reader on a journey through your data. Start by outlining your key themes and how they interrelate. Then, delve into each theme, providing specific examples from your data. Remember, your narrative should be more than a list of quotes. It's about interpretation, about giving meaning and context to those quotes. Use vivid, illustrative quotes to anchor your narrative, but don't forget to provide your own analysis. What does this quote mean in the context of your theme? How does it contribute to your overall narrative? Your narrative should be clear, concise, and captivating. It should tell a story that communicates the richness and complexity of your data. Writing the narrative is like telling the story that your data has been waiting to reveal. And that's how you perform a thematic analysis. We've journeyed together from familiarizing ourselves with the data through creating initial codes, deciding what to code, and collating codes with their supporting data. We've grouped these codes into themes, evaluated and revised our themes, and ultimately wrote a narrative that tells a compelling story of our data. Each step of this process is crucial, and none can be overlooked. It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece contributes to the bigger picture. It's a meticulous process, but the reward is a rich, nuanced understanding of your qualitative data. Now, it's over to you. Practice these steps, refine them, make them your own. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to thematic analysis, so feel free to experiment and find what works best for you. Remember, every dataset has a story to tell, and with thematic analysis, you have the power to tell it.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click the like button or consider subscribing to the channel. There will be more educational videos coming soon, so it would be very nice to have you around. Until next time, peace out.